All right, let's jump in and get started. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Ticket Playbook. This month, we're not in COVID anymore. This month, we're talking buyer benefits. So, the concept here was all things benefits. So, whether that be season ticket members, which I know some of us may not touch that, but I think there's lots of things that we can learn and glean from that. Group leader benefits, just general buyer benefits, like are you incentivizing individual game buyers, and then what kinds of ideas are out there that we can even do. If you are even just a group sales rep, are there really cool ideas that you could do yourself to reward your buyers and thank them for what they do? So I think first and foremost, when you think of buyer benefits, I think one of the easiest ways to look at it is season ticket member benefits. And so there's a couple of different things that we've seen, and obviously Spinzo team keeping on is here because we run actually a few season ticket member benefit redemption programs through our platform. So a couple different things we see. We see exclusive merchandise, so limited type merchandise. We see backpacks, water bottles, shirts, hats. I've seen coats or jackets, like exclusive season ticket member jackets. We see access to fan experiences. We see tiered access to fan experiences. So we've seen situations where there's a number of fan experiences that are complimentary, but one, because it's so highly coveted, is at a discounted price for members. But for others, it's twice the price, for example. We've seen corporate partner offers that are given away. So whether that's you tie into a corporate partner and they have access to something, maybe it's a car wash organization, and all your members get a free car wash. You can do a lot of those things. And then the other thing is a lot of different events. So meet the team events, exclusive access to, playoff watch parties, or things that are a little bit different and more exclusive and not available to the general public. What other things have you guys seen as, like, season ticket member benefits or access to special things for season ticket members? And I think at this point we should probably just pull in group leaders and say group leaders as well, because I think, obviously tickets is another easy one that we've seen. Anything special or different that you have seen?
I mean, for us, Denise, here in Cincinnati, depending on the level you purchase of a season plan, you can get a gift. So if you're a full plan holder, you get last year was a box that sparked a lot of chatter and ultimately resulted in upsale for this off season, because they saw the special branded box, the three items that were in it, and our partial plan holders like, well, how can we get this? Did you buy 36? You didn't, so that's why you're not getting it. But more on the group side for us, it depends on the level of how many tickets are purchased. So, for
Mhm.
example, 200 tickets gets you a suite night. It's gated to when they can select that suite night. 50 tickets gets you an autographed, or 100 tickets gets you an autographed stick from us, from the team. 50 tickets gets you an autographed puck. Anything kind of under
Mhm.
50, you can get a $10 off at the merchandise store, or a hat or a t-shirt of your choosing.
Very cool. So Taylor, this box that you're talking about, was this delivered to season ticket members at a game? So is that why it drew so much excitement, because people could see it and it was kind of like I want what they've got. How do I get that?
It was. So
That's
on
awesome.
on our first face-off last year, we had to operate two separate redemption points or pickup points. So
Okay.
we operate a sales booth that, by the stroke of luck, has an outside door that we can access only. So we set up a booth outside, had two out of our three interns staffing that with two full-time members out
Mm-hmm.
there from our sales staff. And then on the inside, we had the rest of the sales staff. So basically, we had printed off lists and iPads, tablets at our disposal to look folks up, which we
Mm-hmm.
normally have those tablets up there for any exchanges, or if someone wants to buy a set of tickets on first face off, we can make it happen. But basically, that first week slash month of our season, we handed them out. Now it did create
Cool.
kind of a flood mass, so that's why the year prior created that flood mass. That's why we set up two pickup points.
Gotcha. So what did it was the box like like branded? Like what made it like enticing? Because I'm sure it just wasn't like your normal like Amazon Prime box is a brown box, you know?
Yeah, so it was especially designed. So we're fortunate enough we have a graphic designer here on staff. He created a very unique design for us with our logo. And
Okay,
it looked more like your Nike box from presentation.
got it.
But on the inside, it had last year was a license plate holder, a pint glass, and then a scarf that had said
Okay.
season ticket holder on it. And they're all packaged together. And then, like I said, we just handed them out at the window or outside. And what happened is being outside, we have a designated season ticket holder line where they all line up. It has a flag stanchion. It says season ticket holders start
Yeah.
here and so forth. And it kind of snakes around to the branded door we have for them. And as folks were passing by, even single game buyers, group buyers saw this and they stopped and they're like, "Hey, is this something for free?" It's like, "Are you a season ticket holder?" No. Okay,
Hmm.
this is how you can become one, and you can see the guys inside and do that magic with them, buy your season tickets there. But this is exclusively for 36. And we even had brand new partial holders come up try to get it. And we were like, no, this isn't the gift you get
Yeah.
because all of our season ticket holders do get a cup for discounted sodas and a merch
Okay.
discount card. That's just an
Very cool.
across the board benefit we give them all. It's only the 36 because you're spending more money with us that you get that specialized gift.
Hmm. Awesome. I love it. So you mentioned a couple other unique benefits. So exclusive door entrance. I think, that's something you can replicate to groups as well. Probably not something we want to take to individual game holders, for example. But having a merchandise discount or a special cup with a discounted offer for beverages. Obviously, I'm assuming non-alcoholic beverages, but those are also things too that we could offer potentially to our groups or even our individual game buyers is something like, hey, come back to another game and you're going to get this special offer. So awesome. Thank you, Taylor. Those are great examples.
And to Taylor's point too, it's this theme of like being loud and proud, right? Like they're not like secret exclusive benefits, they're benefits that everybody can see. So the
Yeah.
in-stadium pickup, that large flag with the season ticket member line, all those things are things that people can see and be like, oh, I want to be a part of that, and then get that little FOMO, I think works really well.
And it's a great point, Kyra, because I think that's a really cool too opportunity for us to do something with group leaders, because everyone's together in a group, but if the group leader gets a special visit and something special, like does that bring that FOMO of someone else in that group? It's like, hey, I have a group I can bring out. Why don't I bring out a group and I'm gonna get that special thing? I don't know what that special thing is. Could it be a hat? Could it be a scarf, something. I like the concept of being able to wear something too that like is unique and people see you on the concourse or see you in your group and they're like, shoot, I want that. How do I get that? That exclusivity of that. So has anyone done anything specific for the group leader that they deliver at the game or right away so that group leader kind of gets that hero moment and then other people are like, shoot, I want that too.
Yeah, we did this is Brandon from the Detroit Pistons. We did like a sweatshirt that said Pistons group leader. And we gave it to the
Nice.
person. The hard part is you gotta get the sizes. So you had to
Yeah.
so we had them in like the storage area. That's what size pretty much you asked the size beforehand. So you couldn't really surprise them. And then you went to get the sweatshirt and bring it to their seats and or show it to them or they drop by the group sales table to pick it up. Um, but the biggest thing that we do a lot of times too to kind of help enhance groups is provide group items for each person in the group too as well. So we do different giveaways. We do hats, baseball caps. We do winter hats. We've done scarves. We've done drawstring bags that has our logo on it that we give to people. So that always helps too as well. And it kind of helps build a brand too, because some people go like, oh, I was part of this group outing, this quarter dreams with this school, and I saw you guys did this. I like to bring my group out. How do we get those group items? And the better the item, the hat's the biggest thing. Like winter hats or baseball hats are a lot better. We
Mhm.
tried drawstring bags are losing its fizz. People like, oh, all right, well, I'll just give it back to you. So they didn't really like it, but the hats people love. If you do different designs, and I've seen hats. I've been with the Pistons for 10 seasons, and I've seen people wear the hats that we gave away my second season. So it's just
That's awesome.
people love them. So I mean, it's just people love to have things that they can wear. It has our logo on it too, as well, which is really huge. So
It's funny you say people don't want the drawstring bags. I was instantly thinking, and maybe this is the mom in me. I'm like, oh, that's so useful to put all the stuff in,
It is,
But
yeah, but some
maybe
people
they
don't
want
like
a
it.
backpack. Maybe they want a like real backpack, or I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's just you gotta think of the budget too, because that comes out of our budget. They don't
Yes.
pay for it, so it's a free
Yeah.
item to that group. We don't cost, and it helped us sell tickets. And the biggest thing we did it too is to help people help them not buy from Ticketmaster or StubHub, to make sure they go through that offer that we have set up from through that link, because people are always trying to find the cheapest route. And
Yeah.
if you provide incentives or benefits, it keeps them. Because there's some people come up like, oh, I'm part of this group. Can I get this hat? I'm like, did you buy the link? Do you have your voucher? Oh no, with your Ticketmaster. I'm like, oh, sorry, you can't get it. That was
Yeah.
part of the perk. So yeah, and they deters them next time not to do it, so they know better not to do that. So
Yeah. Stay true to the group. I
yeah.
like it.
And then we also do post game free throws too. So people,
Yep.
I know the basketball team, I think you're part of a group outing one time that somebody sold
I
that.
was.
Yeah, see. And then afterwards we do also incentives where group members can go on the court and shoot a free throw after the game too as well, which is a free perk that happens too. So that helps incentivize people to keep buying through the link and not going through somewhere else. So
Love it. Love
Yep.
it. Other group leader rewards that people have done that have had a good impact or a strong impact?
Hi, everybody. This is Justin with the Anaheim Ducks. We host a preseason reception for all our group leaders. So we'll invite them out to a game and host them at our Brewery X patio, kind of in a reserved space. It's usually early enough where it's not too crowded there either. But we'll kind of mingle and use that as a touch point going into the season. But also kind of rewarding them with complimentary tickets to go there, a complimentary drink on us as well, and some appetizers just for them to grab before the game and enjoying that. And then we'll incorporate that usually with some sort of like raffle in person so that people kind of stick around and stay in that area and not just go dilly-dally and do their own thing. That way they're sort of forced more or less to talk to us as well. But yeah, we've done different things in the past. We've also been able to host them on the ice after the game, similar to the free throws. We do a slap shot event where we did that exclusively for group leaders as well. But we'll have offers throughout the season, sort of like last minute specials, where they also have like email exclusive access to utilize.
Very cool. Justin, with the preseason event, do you find that that's really, you mentioned like having them stick around for the raffle. Is that really a good opportunity to solidify or have those conversations about group events? Does that help expand what that group leader or group does with you guys?
Yeah, definitely. So we've used it as a prospecting tool in the past and it's had some success, but we found that on the renewal basis, it's significantly stronger. If groups haven't sort of locked in their dates or kind of finalized anything by that time, it's a great way to sort of push that forward and make sure that it's kind of a realization point for them too. Like, hey, hockey's back, so got to get moving so that we can secure the dates for whatever events that we have planned.
Gotcha. Great point. I love it. Other things for season ticket members or partial plan holders or group leaders that we've done? Has anyone done like offsite events for group leaders? Because I know we dabbled in some things that were like, okay, well, if we're out of season, this was back in the day, out of season, like, can we do something fun at like, a putt-putt place? Or can we do like a movie theater event and just let them enjoy? Like, have you done things like that?
yeah, this is brand for the business game. That's what we do currently right now. We do like a summer. I'm trying to think what they call it. Summer. Let me just look up here real quick. We do different events in the summertime, and they just sent an email from members. Summer event series where we go to United
Okay.
Shore Baseball League, which is a minor league baseball team. We get tickets for our members. They can get free tickets through us. The Michigan Panthers, we get tickets for too that members can utilize in the summertime. We did a pickleball event. We did I think it was soccer too for our members through the Detroit FC, which is a minor league soccer team too. So we do different summer events throughout the summertime to kind of keep the members still engaged. Even members who buy tickets this summer are included in that those events too as well. And then we used to do a fall fest here at our practice facility because we are based in our practice facility. We're not at the arena, so we block off the street next to us and we do like different vendors, which are like like food trucks that we have out there. And then we have people come, like members come into the practice courts and they do different types of games, inflatables, shoot around. We do stuff in our we have a banquet space too. We have things up there too, like activities for members to do as well. So
Awesome.
Hey, Brandon, do you cover the cost of those events for the group leaders? Oh, the offset ones?
that's not for group leaders. That was for the season ticket holders, but we do cover the
Oh,
cost for
gotcha.
that. Yeah. We did do an event where we rented out the zoo, Detroit Zoo, for season ticket holders and group leaders, and that was a
Wow.
huge success. People loved to go to the zoo, and we paid that cost too as well. And we saw, I mean, group members loved it. And then because sometimes our group packages or group incentives they would do for group leaders kind of tie on to what they do for season ticket members too. So
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it's a great idea. Keep them one and the same.
yeah, it just kind of saves the budget and saves the money too.
Also leveraging your partners for location costs as well. So like I know at Orange County Soccer Club, we had a pizza partner that was kind of like an arcade Chuck E. Cheese type thing. And we invited all our kids club members and some of our group leaders out to that event. And that cost was covered by our partners. So looping that cost into any strategic partners that you have. And then we did most of those during the summer as well, which helped with keeping people engaged all season long.
Quick question for Brandon. This is Austin with the Trailblazers. The Trailblazers are all in one room listening on one call. So, but question for both Brandon and Amari. Like when you did these off-season group leader events, was it open to every group leader, or did you select ones that you wanted to bring out that were higher spenders, larger groups? Just to cater more to those groups, or was it like the 10-person group for $400 was invited to these things as well?
Yeah, I mean we picked certain people to do the events, so
Okay.
we do like high spenders, or
Yeah.
sometimes we just send it, like if it's a smaller event that doesn't cost as much, we would send it to all our group leaders. But like the zoo, we would send it to our big spenders, like people who spent a decent amount or really great group leaders for us. But if it's like a small event, let's go putt or something like that, then we would just choose everybody, just kind of show them that we still love. Maybe because that group person who bought 400 tickets could eventually be something else, or one of the member. I mean, you always never know what that person can do, so you always want to treat them the same as other big people do. But yeah, the zoo, you definitely pick and choose who you want to go to the zoo for sure.
Yeah, we've not done, well, at least in our time here, we've not done any like off-season things. We always do our end of season event on one of the last home games of the season and bring our our top leaders out and celebrate them that way. But we've never done anything like right before the season tipped off, or in like the thick of the off season.
Yeah, and we also give like free tickets to our group leaders for the preseason game too. And then we had like we had like a heritage hall in there too, that we provided some food and beverages in there too that we covered too as well. So we've done that once before. Then I think the following year we just kind of made it really easy and just did free tickets for our preseason game for members, and they appreciated that too as well. So
Cool.
I'm
Thanks,
curious,
Brandon.
like, has anyone ever thought of doing some things like in group, like for group leaders based on like category? So like something different for youth basketball organizations versus what you would do for schools or churches, like thinking to the lines of that maybe what's impactful for a youth basketball organization is totally different than what would be impactful for a school. I don't know, just I'm like my mind is just like kind of going and saying like, could you do something different for different categories that would be really impactful?
I do know Jackie Wilson jumping in here from the Blazers. I do know with a lot of our different like nonprofit groups that will like utilize fundraising and stuff of that nature. Us as reps will tap into like any tchotchkes or additional items that we have throughout the season that we can benefit towards, like raffles and other incentives. So I think if we were to like really structure it in a way where each category or type of group is getting like incentivized in a different way. I do know that we've seen that a lot on the nonprofit space, not in any formal setting, but just as like a way of, as a thank you for booking and fundraising with us, we're happy to donate, some leftover like group items towards your guys' raffle to drive more like funds and hopefully more value towards the organization.
Love that, Jackie. And that makes me think, like, to that point, like, could it be, instead of it being like tickets to a game, it is that, like, hey, you're gonna get one of our youth basketball coaches that's gonna come out and help with a clinic, or the mascot's gonna come to the school assembly because you've set, you've sold certain amounts. And I think there's a lot of teams that do those types of things. So it seems like that is in some way, shape, or form already happening, but maybe not as big. Now, personally, because I think there's a lot of group sales reps on here. Personally, as a group sales rep, did you do your own thank yous outside of, say, what the structured organization is, whether that even be just like a handwritten thank you note or something different that you do personally? Any go-getters out there that doing their own thing? Not that you're not a go-getter if you don't, but I'm just saying.
I used to, and I didn't see a whole lot of churn onto it. I think people want to get free stuff instead of a thank you note. I think people are more inclined to have free things than anything else. So I think it's more of items than it is a thank you note. I think a thank you note is kind of losing its fizz a little bit. So I think
Just
it's
sad.
more.
It's so sad.
It is. I mean, no one writes notes anymore. No one mails. I mean, you do mail certain things, but like when you go to make payment to your bill, you do an automatic withdrawal, or you pay online. You don't really. I don't remember the last time I opened my checkbook to write a check. So yeah, I think all the old things are kind
You
of.
still have a checkbook?
I do, but I never opened it. Yeah, it's the crazy thing. I
Us
don't.
in Michigan here, we still live in the ice age,
Yeah, it's crazy. Like it's just not even. Yeah, I'm like a checkbook now. I'm like I'm forgetting how to write a check now. So yeah, it's. Yeah, I don't think thank you notes is goes. I mean, maybe older group leaders might like that, but the newer ones they don't. They just don't really.
They don't care.
They don't
Okay.
care. As long as you give them the stuff. But I could be wrong. But that's what I've seen over the years.
So here's a thought. So Brandon, you say everyone loves free stuff, but I think one thing they like beyond free stuff is the choice of what free thing to get. And I think that's why at least we're seeing success with our member benefits portal, where the person gets to choose one of 3 benefits or one of 4 benefits. And I've noticed this too in loyalty programs. Now I'm in Canada, and Canada leads in loyalty programs. So like Air Canada, airlines, you get to a certain level, you choose between 5 things. You have 2 credits to choose 5 things. Do you want a free upgrade? Do you want a lounge pass? Do you want a companion pass? This kind of thing. And I think that's maybe where the trends are going in benefits, to give people the choice. Because when you mentioned earlier the drawstring, like you said, a lot of people don't like that drawstring bag. A lot of people didn't like that, but Denise would love that. So interesting to give the members the choice of what benefit to receive.
Yeah, so we do for groups. It's got to be turnkey. It's got to be fast, because if you have all these different items behind our group sales table, it just gets really hectic. But for our members, for our season ticket members, we have a benefits platform where they get points based on how many times they get their ticket scanned in. How many times they buy food at the concession stands. They earn those points. Even answer trivia questions or survey questions, they can redeem those points on a portal that we have that gives them special merchandise, memorabilia, experiences. One of the most popular experiences, sitting courtside to watch warm up. They use those points to do that. So members, ticket members, groups, you got to keep flying. You got to go. You just got to. Here's your item. Get out of here. So not be mean, but it's like, here you go, go, because like, you get 1,000 group members, and it just gets crazy. So yeah, especially when you have sizes. Oh my God, size is insane. I try to avoid sizes as much as I possibly can, because people take forever to do sizes. Like, well, what's a small look like? Have you worn a t-shirt before? Like, have you bought a t-shirt? Like, it's just insane. So yeah, I just try to do hats, try to make it as much as easy as possible. Some you still get the questions like, oh, is this a unisex hat? I'm like, it's a hat. Like everybody wears a hat. So I don't I've never heard of a different hat, people. So yeah.
Denise, I know we talked about it when you were here. This is Austin again with the Blazers. Denise, I know we talked about it, and well, I think and Kyra, you were all here when we talked about it, but just the point earlier of like, okay, if you sell 50, you get this. If you sell 100, you get this. If you sell 150, now you reach this point. I know when y'all were here last time when we talked about it, one of the things we talked about was like, okay, yeah, you can hold an experience whether that be for 50 or 100 tickets when it comes to post-game free throws or early entry or any of those things. But I'm just curious if anyone on the call or the Spinzo team, like what are your thoughts on like unlocking additional experiences or additional like items as you go through the process? I know I'm not with the schools category anymore. That's been handed off to our new teammate Jason. But I know one thing I've thought about in the past is like, yeah, for a PTA that's doing a fundraiser with us and they're doing post-game free throws and early entry. Of course, they want to get to 100 tickets so that they quote unquote like sell through what they're supposed to. But if they get to 150, they get 2 tickets to raffle off. If they get to 200, they get a signed jersey to wrap, like just additional things that whether it be a school or someone else finds value in. Because I think, to the point earlier, like the more you can incentivize the group leaders to do more, then the more likely they are to actually like really push it and continue to go with the sharing. So I'm just curious to know if anyone has any, practices like that.
I think it's just my 2 cents on this, Austin. I think that I love that concept, and I think that that's really impactful if it is for the group leader or whether it's for the whole group. I think if it's for the group leader, that's a sidebar, and I think you have to figure out what will motivate the group leader, because what will motivate, a drawstring bag motivates me, but clearly doesn't motivate other people. So if you can find some things that are tailored to that group leader to motivate them, I think that can be really powerful. If it's for the entire group, I think it's got to be experiences that they can all participate in. But I think
For sure.
we all work in like goals. Like I feel like everything we do in our life is goals. And I think, you talk about rewards programs. I feel like everywhere is a rewards program, right? Like whether you're with your Crumble cookie or you've got your Starbucks or you've got McDonald's, you got their points there, and everyone wants to get something. So I think bringing that same concept to what we do with groups, I love it.
I know we only have a few minutes left, so really quickly, I do want to talk about targeting past buyers and incentivizing repeat purchases. I know we have Justin King on the call, and a lot of our clients are doing these come again offers or thank you offers where you're rewarding someone from coming out and giving them a discounted ticket to come out to a future match, future game. So Justin, I don't know if you want to talk about your come again offer quickly. We've seen tons of success. I think it's over $140,000 that they've done just through this offer alone. So essentially, they just upload a list of single game buyers, send out the promotion to them, and 140K later. So, Justin, do you want to speak on the success of that one a little bit?
Yeah, I think you kind of hit on the nails of basically the gist of everything. More or less, it's really a thank you offer for coming out to a game, and then a discounted offer to those who would like to come out to another one. We try to isolate them mainly to that offer specifically is mainly for single game buyers. So sort of eliminating any plan holders, season ticket members, even group buyers, and really targeting that single game market, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. But even then, it's the concept of moving your fans down the funnel, right? They're single game buyers, but then how do you become a group leader and then a mini plan holder and then eventually season ticket holders? So I think that's a great way to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those tend to often be some of the targets for our new business development team to be able to reach out to as well.
Anybody else kind of similar offers like that? Come again offers, thank you offers.
The only one we do is to the group leaders is a thank you offer, so they can get up to 4 tickets, and it's for only like 6 or 7 games that we offer it out to. So it's not the whole remaining, like it's not a full menu offering. And it's also at our per day or discounted rate based off of kind of what they brought out in size.
Nice.
Yeah.
Something else that we do is we obviously have a lot of theme nights with our group tickets and group leaders and whatnot. So we'll have comeback offers exclusively for those groups, individuals that couldn't make it, or if they want an extra item. It was a great way for us to offload some of the inventory that we had ordered this current season, and it's kind of a way for individuals to still pick up without necessarily getting it for free or whatnot.
Awesome.
Love it.
Yeah, those work great.
Any other ideas or concepts or questions about benefits that you've been thinking about? I think we've thrown out a number of different ideas and things that are out there, but are there any questions or thoughts before we close it out?
I've always been interested in the concept of you don't know how many games you're going to yet, but then maybe once you've hit 4 or 5 games in the season, or 6 or 7, whatever the magic number is, once you hit that, the system recognizes that and gives you some kind of gift. So it's not that you're committing all at once to a plan necessarily, but that once you've purchased enough throughout the season, then you hit the magic number, and the system is kind of tracking it throughout, even for individuals. Wonder if anyone has thought of that. Maybe just my own idea.
I think it's a good idea.
Thank you.
I think the tracking of it becomes difficult, but yeah, in theory, the concept, I think, of rewarding people, the more games you come to, or even I think me and Denise were talking earlier about like come to every weekday game and you get X, or come to, you know, a homestand and get X, you know, just rewarding people who for coming for a certain group of games essentially, and then unlocking more points.
Yeah, I think it just becomes difficult when it comes to logistics and getting the communication out to people and making sure they stop at certain places. And some people don't read emails, so it's like then you gotta ship it to them, and there's like cost to that. It's the logistics part of it too. You want to make it as easy as possible for the consumer, and I hate to use the words like dumb it down a little bit to where they understand what they have to do. So I mean, the simpler the process is, the better. Like we did for our season ticket holders early, like an early bird special. If you renewed early and you bought season tickets early, like new people, we did a jacket, and it took them for so long just to get their jacket. Like it took, you remind them, you send them emails, you do all these things like, hey, pick up your jacket, you got to this day, and it just, there's still people who still haven't picked up their jackets. This is 2 years later. So yeah, it's just, it's easy, but it's just the logistics of it and making sure
Yeah.
people see that too. You don't want to waste your money getting the items and then you're stuck with the items. So
Yeah. Well, the reason I brought up is because at Spinzo we would streamline the logistics, and the idea was to build something like that that would notify them. But yeah, something that could be thought through.
Spinzo Rewards app coming soon.
Mhm.
Well, if nobody else has any thoughts, then thank you guys so much for joining. We're gonna have another one next month. I don't know the exact date, man. Do you know it off the top of your head?
I'm
Mid-August,
not
I
sure
believe.
yet, but we'll send an email out in
Yeah.
advance of that.
So hopefully you guys can catch that one. Thank you for joining this one, and you guys have a great rest of your day.
Thanks, everyone.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.